NXT to star on the USA Network on September 18th. This is according to Showroll Sap and Fightful.com. Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer reports that NXT will start on the USA Network on September 18th. The show will begin at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and run for 2 hours. It is unknown if the show will be live every week or if the brand will travel. The first episode is set to be held at Full Sail University. The official announcement will be reportedly be made during tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw, which at that point never even happened. Meltzer reports that it was imperative on the WWE side to get a jump on AEW. The show will air head-to-head against AEW, which debuts on TNT on October 2nd. Initial reports peg NXT moving to Fox Sports 1 at some point in the fall, but plans quickly changed with World Wrestling Entertainment pitching Universal on the idea that NXT should be moved to USA. FS1's contractual obligation to Big East basketball reportedly complicated NXT potentially moving to the network. USA aired a special episode of NXT on December 13th, 2017 as a part of WWE Week. The episode drew 841,000 viewers. I'm going to top this report with Arnold's tweet that I seen earlier that I also retweeted as well. If I can find it here somewhere on my Twitter account. Here we go. This is what Arnold tweeted earlier that I had retweeted. He tweeted this at 12:22 p.m. earlier today. They're going to the USA Network. Vince is going to be all over the show. 1 hour NXT run by Triple H. That's history, dude. It's done. Like, if you love that version of NXT, I mean, the nails in the coffin for that. You're going to get Vince McMahon's NXT. There's going to be main roster guys on NXT. There's going to be the USA Network crossover. I mean, what do you think is going to happen on USA Network when Raw superstars and SmackDown superstars are facing off against the NXT stars? I mean, who do you think's winning those matches? I mean, this is going to be totally different. I mean, everything's different. Everything's changing, and it's sad. Continuing here. We're not going to have any long-term booking. It's going to be exactly like Raw and SmackDown. Every Wednesday, he's going to rewrite NXT. It happens for Raw. It happens for SmackDown. You're living in fantasy land if you think anything is going to be different for NXT from Raw and SmackDown once they go to the USA Network. Continuing here. My God, if you guys love those takeovers, kiss them goodbye. I mean, I'm sure they will produce a takeover to compete with an AEW pay-per-view. My point is, you guys know those takeovers. You know why they're so special. Well, it's because Triple H puts together those takeovers with the best wrestlers, with the best wrestlers versus the best wrestlers, the best he can. There are some exceptions sometimes, but the cards are designed to have the best wrestlers wrestling each other, and you go backward 12 weeks and whatever, and you write TV to lead you to that. Done. Those days are over. They're done. Vince is not going to put together a takeover with the intention with an AEW pay-per-view. My point is, oh no, I read that already. Okay, I read that already. Those days are over, everyone. They're dead. Vince is not going to put together a takeover with the intention of having the best wrestlers face each other. He's going to have the people who he thinks are the biggest stars facing each other, whether they get in the ring or not. How many Baron Corbin matches do we have, for crying out loud? You can see my face right now, depressed. I am 100% depressed. I don't even know what to feel. I don't even know what to say. It's like right now, I'm about to just break the fuck down right now. Because Vince is going to kill the best thing that's happening right now in WWE outside of Bray Wyatt. Outside the Fiend himself. NXT is the best brand right now in WWE. NXT could be the best brand in the whole entire world. It could be. I had to have an argument with a fucking idiot because the fact that Triple H is not the founder of NXT. Folks, Triple H is the founder of NXT. The NXT that we have right now. This idiot on social media wants to say, oh, NXT was with the fucking Nexus, so therefore Triple H didn't find NXT. You do know after what happened, you know, with the whole Nexus thing, you know NXT was dead after that. They cut off for like what, I think 2-3 seasons, and they cut it off. And they cut the whole thing off. They cut the whole thing off. Triple H found NXT back in 2011 or 2012. One of those years. One of those years. He found NXT. And he gave us a brand where we could be invested on. Triple H gave us a brand where people were given an opportunity. That's all who Triple H was. Triple H is a man of opportunity. If Triple H saw something in you, he's giving you an opportunity. He's giving you an opportunity. I am depressed right now, and I can speak for mostly everyone who feels the same exact pain that I'm feeling right now. NXT and NXT takeovers are no longer going to be the same. But the fucking casuals, the fucking brainless, dumbass son of a bitches on social media, they say the AEW effect is not real. If you was to say that literally in front of my face, after what Vince has gone through over this past year, and you mean to tell me that the AEW effect is not real? I swear on my cousin's grave, God rest her soul, I'm punching you in the fucking face. And I'm trying to stay calm. I'm trying to stay cool, calm, and collected. If you was to stand in front of my face right now and you tell me that the AEW effect is not real, expect a punch in the face at some point within the next 5 seconds. You mean to tell me that the AEW effect is not real? Is that so? Because if the AEW effect is not real, why the fuck is Vince killing NXT? I would love to know the answer to that question. If the AEW effect is not real, why the fuck is Vince killing NXT? I would love to know. NXT is the best brand, not only in WWE. NXT could be the best brand of the entire fucking planet. And you're gonna have a 74, 75-year-old senile fucking delusional fuck like Vince McMahon killing NXT, killing TakeOver? If you people think that the AEW effect is not real, do me a fucking favor. Delete your fucking Twitter account immediately. Hand over your wrestling card, sit the fuck down, or sit in a corner and shut the fuck up. You have no right to be a wrestling fan if you think that the AEW effect is not real. Let me tell you something, you stupid casual motherfucking Alexa Bliss cocksuckers. It's real. Oh, it's real, bro. Oh, it's real. You people think that the AEW effect is not real. You're not a wrestling fan. Don't watch NXT. Don't watch Raw. Don't watch SmackDown. Don't watch wrestling, Period. What makes you think that the indies out there right now is dying? AEW. What makes you think NXT is going to the USA Network? AEW. AEW. What makes you think Vince wants to have his hands on NXT? Meanwhile, Vince doesn't even watch NXT. You expect Vince? You expect to trust Vince? To have people like Velveteen Dream, Adam Cole, Gargano, Ciampa, Cole, Undisputed Era, the Street Profits, Shayna Baszler, Io Shirai, Candice LeRae. You expect Vince? You expect to trust Vince with all those people? Fuck no. It's like what CM Punk said. This company is better off when Vincent Kennedy McMahon is dead. Dead. 6 feet deep. Dead. The AEW effect, folks, is real. What makes you think NXT UK TakeOver Cardiff is on the same night as All Out? You people have to use your brains. Open your eyes. Use your brain. Everybody, including me, people like me, Storms, TM, Arnold, everybody else in this community is invested with NXT and NXT TakeOver. What happens when it comes to Rumble weekend, WrestleMania weekend, SummerSlam weekend, Survivor Series weekend? What is the one show out of all those weekends that is going to be the best show of the entire weekend? NXT TakeOver. Because of this announcement, I'm not even looking forward to War Games in November. Because I know Vince is going to have his hands on NXT. I said this multiple fucking times on the podcast. And also on Twitter. If it ain't broke, don't fucking fix it. Don't fix it. I've been a fan of this fucking sport, known as professional wrestling, for 23 years. For 23 years. You guys know my story. The first match I seen was WrestleMania 12 between Taker and Big Daddy Cool Diesel. That was the first match I've seen. And that match, that show, WrestleMania 12, got me into wrestling. And look at me now. Look at me now. Me as a little kid, watching guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Owen Hart. The list goes on and on. Between March of 1996 to now August of 2019, what is the best brand I have ever seen? NXT. Do not sit there and give me this bullshit saying that the AEW effect is not real. Shut the fuck up and sit the fuck down. And sit the fuck down. I love this sport of professional wrestling just like how I love baseball. And baseball is my first love. Baseball's my first love. Do not sit there and tell me that the AEW effect, folks, is not real. It came to a point where the Young Bucks said, we're not scared. You shouldn't be. Because Vince is doing this for competition. Vince thinks this is all a competition. Now you want to think it's competition? Now, all of a sudden, you think now, Vince, that this is competition. Seth Rollins said AEW is no competition. Roman Reigns even said that AEW is no competition. So if AEW is no competition, then why move the best brand in not only in WWE, but the best brand possibly in the entire world? You're gonna kill it just like that. Can I ask why? Can I ask why? Vince, you're gonna kill something that everybody is invested in? I read this. I even tweeted this out. If this is legitimately going to happen, Vince is going to kill the remaining fans that he has left on this company, and everybody is going to All Elite Wrestling. I don't know if you guys even noticed this, but at some point on Monday Night Raw tonight, I seen somebody in the crowd wearing an AEW t-shirt. You mean to tell me, folks, that the AEW effect is not real? Come on, folks. If you think that the AEW effect is not real, you're just as delusional as Vince is. If you think that the AEW effect is not real, don't watch wrestling. Don't. I don't give a fuck who I trigger. I don't give a fuck who I piss off. I don't. If you think that the AEW effect is not real, folks, your opinion does not matter to me. There is a difference between stupidity and an opinion. There is also a difference between stupidity and a fact. There's a big difference, folks. Use your brain, open your eyes, and realize that Vince is killing the best brand, not only in WWE, but Vince is killing the best brand of the entire world. And you people don't give a fuck about it. You people don't give a fuck about it. House shows attendance are going down. I heard that the SmackDown show at Madison Square Garden on September 10th is not even sold out. And look who the fuck they have to call up. The Undertaker. The Undertaker. They have to call to. They have to call on The Undertaker because SmackDown at Madison Square Garden on September 10th is not even sold out. I bet you money if All Elite Wrestling held a show at Madison Square Garden, I guarantee you within an hour to an hour and a half, that building sells out. I guarantee fucking to you. I wanted to bet everything that I have in my possession that if All Elite Wrestling was to have a TV show at Madison Square Garden, that building sells out in over an hour to an hour and a half, tops. Then I had this fucking idiot on social media. Then I had this fucking faggot on social media sit there and tell me, yeah, you forgot that I wasn't gonna expose you, bro. Oh no, hold on. I'm on Storm's account. I don't know why. Speaking Wrestling with Elvis RO Podcast at Speaking Wrestle on Twitter thinks that this motherfucker thinks that screenshots don't exist, bro. He tweets at me, how about you stop tweeting about World Wrestling Entertainment and go to AEW yourself? Suck my dick. Mind you, and I'm about to expose this guy right now. This guy follows me on Twitter. Speaking Wrestle on Twitter. You follow me on Twitter. I can tweet or talk about whatever the fuck I want. Nobody tells you, or nobody's putting a fucking gun in your head to tweet me saying, oh, you know, how about you stop tweeting about World Wrestling Entertainment and go to AEW yourself? This is what I tweeted. I tweeted about Dolph Ziggler. Wasn't it? I said this after the Dolph Ziggler Roman Reigns match that kicked off Raw. What did this match do? Nothing. Dolph is still a loser in WWE. Dolph is there to put people over. But come on. Why is Dolph there when Vince rather pay him from home? Seriously, at this point, Dolph should just sit out for the rest of his contract and go to AEW. Just give me a match between Dolph Ziggler and Kenny Omega. I'm fine with it. Yet, this fucking idiot wants to tweet me on Twitter. How about you start tweeting about WWE and go to AEW yourself? Blow me, bro. Blow me. Suck my dick and stop hanging on my balls. But then again, you follow me on Twitter. Not only you followed me on Twitter, dude, not only you follow me on Twitter, you liked that tweet that I just read. You liked the tweet. Consider yourself exposed. You fucking imbecile. Consider yourself exposed. Consider yourself exposed. Just know. I wanted to open up Raw Review with my grievances about this whole NXT bullshit going to USA Network. According to Fightful, it's going to happen on September 18th. Now, I heard it was going to be on September 11th, but it's going to happen on September 18th. Bueno. I will be able to dress up in black on the first episode of NXT on the USA Network. I will dress up in black that day. That day, I will come here, review the show, wearing black. As the funeral to NXT. This is the funeral to NXT, bro. Vince is going to kill everything that's NXT. He's going to kill absolutely everything. Yet people support this shit. You're not a fan of wrestling. Your opinion doesn't matter to me at all. Starting now. Your opinion doesn't mean shit to me. If you are a fan of Vince McMahon, suck my dick. Below me. Below me. Oh, but the AEW fact is not real, Chris. So don't worry about it. Below me. Take a pinwheel. Below me. Suck my dick. And take it personal. If you are a fan of Alexa Bliss, if you're a fan of the Iconics, you have a fucking problem. You have a fucking problem. At this point, I don't give a fuck. I really fucking don't. This is your official Monday Night Raw review for your Monday, August 19th, 2019. I will give you guys the introduction, and I'll be right back. Welcome to the official Monday Night Raw review and results video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells for all notifications. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Monday. I'm recording this on Tuesday, August 20th. But for your Monday, August 19th, 2019, thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys thought that Monday Night Raw wasn't even a bad show tonight. It has some positives, has some negatives, of course. Of course. Especially with the main event of Raw tonight with Rollins and Strowman going up against the OC for the Raw Tag Team titles. Can I just ask, why did that match even happen? We all know Rollins and Strowman are bound to go one-on-one at Clash of Champions, so why are you giving us Strowman and Rollins the Raw Tag Team titles? Yeah, I know. Don't even mention it. I know. Anyways, guys, if you guys, I can't believe I'm saying this, but if you guys thought that Raw was a not bad show tonight, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of Raw tonight. And if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turn on those bells for all notifications. Smack the live review from this past Tuesday live on the channel right now. NXT review also live on the channel right now with also episodes 49, 50, and 51 of the Reality Podcast. Especially episode 51 was uploaded earlier this afternoon. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are connected with me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Snapchat, Chris was hated. And like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below and turn those bells, guys, for all notifications. Let's begin Monday Night Raw review from St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, this Speaking Wrestle fan, the Speaking Wrestle Twitter account also tweeted earlier, oh, why isn't it Raw at Minneapolis, Minnesota tonight? Why is Raw at St. Paul, Minnesota? You do realize, you fucking idiot, that TLC is going to be at Minneapolis in December. You're not using your brain, buddy. Use your brain. Open your eyes and use your brain. You'll be one step closer to being a smart fan. But you're just a casual who sucks my dick tonight on Monday Night Raw. Yet you follow me on Twitter, you like the tweet, and you follow me on Twitter. Nice job. Nice job. Raw kicked off tonight with Roman Reigns. Michael Cole saying, here comes the big dog. Cringe. Absolutely cringe. Now, it was Michael Cole, Renee Young, and Jerry King Lawler because Corey Graves is on vacation. I'm on vacation. So they called up Jerry the King Lawler. Raw kicked off tonight with Roman Reigns making his way out to the ring. We go to a video package. He says he does not know what is going on and who is attacking him. He says it is one thing to happen in the ring, but this is happening in the back. It is another thing to try and hit him with a car. It has affected his life and livelihood and his ability to support his family. Roman says he has seen the photos and he has some questions. We see Roman confronting Buddy Murphy, and then the way that Roman plays bad cop with Buddy Murphy. We take a look at Daniel Bryan's comments about how Buddy confessed to Rowan attacking Roman. Then we see Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan do the same thing to Buddy Murphy. We see Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan confront Roman Reigns at the end of the SmackDown Live last week, and the revelation that they have figured out who is the culprit. We'll probably find out tomorrow on SmackDown Live. Tomorrow. Dolph Ziggler says he wants to tell Roman face to face he is not a keyboard warrior like all these fucking virgins on fucking social media, and confront Roman face to face to discuss everything that has happened. If you confront me on Twitter, you gotta have a real picture of yourself. If you confront me on Twitter and you do not have a real life photo of you, or if you use a avatar of like Alexa Bliss or the Iconics and shit, or you have that great thing that has a fucking person on it that has no face or body to it, I cannot take you serious. I cannot take you serious. Dolph says he doesn't know why Roman gets all of the attention. I mean, he's the #1 guy in the company. He almost got hit by a lightning rig and a car. Do you know what it's like to be speared by Goldberg? You do. And you sold it really beautifully. Just wanted to put that out there. Dolph reminds us he was speared 3 times. It is bad enough to get speared by Goldberg, and he didn't see it coming. Dolph says he thought he had to wait 6 months between spears. Then Shawn Michaels super kicks him last week. He was so out of it that Maurice's husband beat him with Ric Flair's hold. Dolph says everyone knows that it shouldn't be. It should have been me. Oh, it should have been me. Who cares about Dolph Ziggler? Who gives a fuck? Honestly. Ziggler would have super kicked the Reigns before the bell rings. Then the match gets underway. Roman Reigns goes one-on-one with Dolph Ziggler. With Ziggles. I mean, it's predictable. It's predictable who wins this match. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? It's predictable who's going to win this matchup. I don't even want to go over this whole entire thing here that happened. But there was a point in this match where Ziggler hit the zigzag after Roman got assaulted on the ring post. Roman ran. Ziggler jumped out of the way. Roman hit shoulder first into the ring post. Ow, my shoulder. Zigzag. Almost got a 1, 2, 3. And I thought, wow, imagine that. But the match went on. I'm going to say this now, the last 5 minutes in this match was not that bad. Like in the beginning of this match was methodical and boring at the same time. And then the last 5 minutes of this match was really, really good. Not going to lie to you. It was good. The last 5 minutes was good, but this match wasn't that bad at all because fucking St. Paul, Minnesota just dead the entire show. Dead the entire show. Ziggler comes with a famous for near fall. Ziggles. I'm gonna just call him Ziggles now. Ziggles taunts Roman and he slaps Roman and calls him an idiot. Dolph calls Roman selfish, and Roman hits a spear for the 3 count. Roman Reigns wins. Can I ask this question? Why didn't we get this match on SmackDown Live? Oh, and then again, I'm here thinking to myself, wasn't he going to kill the wild card rule after SummerSlam? There was a rumor going around that they was going to kill the wild card rule after SummerSlam. Ziggles is a SmackDown superstar. Ziggles? No, I think Ziggles. No, I think Dolph is a Raw superstar, if I'm not mistaken. Dolph is a Raw superstar. Roman is a SmackDown superstar. You had a Raw superstar lose on your show. You had a SmackDown superstar be a Raw superstar on this show. I don't know. Roman wins over Ziggles. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I heard about this earlier today before Raw started. Vince was not backstage for Raw tonight, and he's not going to be backstage for SmackDown tomorrow. I don't know. I wonder why. We are back, and Michael Cole and Renee talk about Sasha Banks. We have a video package showing Sasha's return from Raw last week. I heard it was fucking fantastic. I didn't even watch Raw last week. I heard it was fucking fantastic. Becky Lynch is in the back, and she says Sasha Banks beat her stupid self last week with a chair. Becky says people ask her why is she calling out the locker room. Becky says she is looking forward to Sasha's answers to Jerry Lawler. Becky says she wants to fight everyone at their best. Right now, Sasha is at her best. You're calling Sasha Banks your best after what happened last week? Mind you, coming into last week, we haven't seen Sasha Banks in 5 months. And now she's your best? Who writes this shit, bro? Who does? Who writes this shit? 4 months ago, Sasha ran away crying from the company, but last week she was hotter than ever. What did Sasha do on her 4th month vacation that made her so hot? Blue hair. Blue hair. Becky says Sasha did absolutely nothing. I mean, that is fact. Becky says it only took a few media appearances to get Sasha on top of the mountain. Becky says you can swing your chair and wear your dollar store glasses, but she did more to get Sasha into the WWE than Sasha did. The great don't need to be goaded into greatness. They seek it. This is a cat and mouse game, and she is going to give Sasha something to go home and cry about. This was fantastic. Loved it. Loved it. Now, I do got a question. I do have to question that Becky's saying, oh, Sasha is her best after last week. She attacked you and hit you with a steel chair. That's Sasha Banks' best? That's all I got to know about that. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Other than that, this was great. I think they're going with the real life situation that Sasha left the company. People were thinking that they were crying and whining backstage. If you believe that, you're a fucking idiot. I think this will be good. Now, after what Sasha said tonight on Raw, this really got me invested. But let's see what happens from there, because, you know, according to this company, they'll just fuck it up. You know the dumb mentality of this company. They'll fuck it up. How long do you think until Vince fucks up Sasha Banks' heel turn? How long? A month? Month and a half? I'll give it a month and a half tops. If not, 2 months. Jerry Lawler's in the ring, and he welcomes everyone to the King's Court. Jerry mentions the King of the Ring tournament. He says it is more than a moniker. It is a launching pad for some. Bret Hart, Steve Austin, and Brock Lesnar were all King of the Ring. 16 of the top superstars are going to battle in the ring to be called the King of the Ring. Jerry says it will come down to Cedric Alexander and Ricochet on the Raw side. Now, I would love to know, what the fuck are they fighting for in this King of the Ring tournament? Are they fighting for the Universal Championship opportunity? Are they fighting for the WWE Championship opportunity? Or are they fighting for the number 30 in the Royal Rumble? What are they fighting for? What in the fuck are they fighting for? I would just love to know. Please, that little simple detail really makes this tournament that much better. Can I find out, please, what the fuck are they fighting for? Please. So, Jerry says it will come down to Cedric Alexander and Ricochet on the Raw side. That can happen. On the SmackDown side, all of a sudden, the lights go down, and Jerry knows what is coming. I mean, you have to know by now, if you are smart. Jerry leaves the ring, and he goes up the ramp, but the Fiend is on the ramp behind Jerry Lawler. The Fiend gives Lawler the mandible claw. This was fantastic. This was fantastic. I loved it. I loved it. The fact that Bray Wyatt is going after Mick Foley, after Kurt Angle, and now he's going after Jerry Lawler. Fucking... It's just fucking amazing. I just fucking love this shit. I really do. I really do. The fact that Bray Wyatt is getting over with this mandible claw thing. He's getting over with it. He's getting over with it. Mick Foley hand down the mandible claw to Bray Wyatt. And Bray Wyatt now is taking that move to epic proportions. And the one thing, and I even said this on Twitter. The one thing I love about Bray Wyatt's gimmick is that the unexpected when it comes out. It's unexpected when it comes out. Now, the original script of last week pointed Bray Wyatt to be on Raw last week. I'm glad that they did not put Bray Wyatt on Raw last week. I'm glad. Now, I think from this point on, whenever a Hall of Famer shows up or an old superstar from the past, Bray Wyatt's going to come out and attack you. Expect the unexpected. And that's what I love. Expect the unexpected when it comes to Bray Wyatt. I fucking love it. So we go to commercial, we're back, and we take a look at what the Fiend did to Jerry Lawler. So Vic Joseph joins Renee Young and Michael Cole on commentary. Now let me say this now. Vic Joseph has this voice that is a fresh air. That's just fresh air. A scent of fresh air. Now, people were telling me on Twitter that Vic Joseph does really, really good on 205 Live and NXT UK. I believe it. After what happened tonight, I believe it. Vic Joseph was really good tonight. He did a masterful job tonight on Monday Night Raw, taking place of Jerry King Lawler. He did a masterful job. Love it. He did a really good job tonight on Monday Night Raw. We get Ricochet and The Miz against Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre. Now, obviously, we got Cesaro versus Joe tonight and Cedric Alexander versus Sami Zayn. Next week, we'll be getting Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre next week and The Miz versus Baron Corbin in New Orleans, Louisiana, next week on Monday Night Raw. We got a tag team match, and I'm thinking to myself, why are we getting this tag team match? Can I ask why we're getting this tag team match on Monday Night Raw a week before all four men compete in the King of the Ring tournament? We didn't get fucking Joe and Zayn against Cesaro. Well, yeah, because, I mean, obviously they're both heels. So, we didn't get a tag team match last week with Cesaro and probably fucking Cedric Alexander against Samoa Joe and Sami Zayn. We didn't get that match last week. I ask, why do we get this match when they fight next week in a King of the Ring tournament? It kills what they're about to do next week. Unless they fucking amp up both matches, which I don't really expect from this fucking company. But This match was pretty decent. I'm not gonna hold you. This tag team match was pretty decent. Corbin hit a deep six. Beautiful move. Very beautiful. Corbin punches Ricochet on the turnbuckles, and Ricochet with a missile drop kick to Corbin. Corbin sends Ricochet into the ring post, but Miz pulls Ricochet out of the way, and Corbin hits the ring post. Ricochet hits the recoil for the 3 count. Miz and Ricochet win in a pretty decent tag team match right here on Monday Night Raw. Michael Cole's talking to Booker T, and I just skipped this entire thing. I went to go use the bathroom, took a shit, come right back. It was already done. Don't really care about this. But Booker T does say that Drew McIntyre will win the King of the Ring tournament. It's not a bad decision. It's not a bad prediction. I got Drew McIntyre winning it too, unless, and I said this back on episode 50 of the podcast, what if it's KO and Drew in the finals, and then Drew, Shane, Elias, and the Revival fuck up KO to a point where he can't compete in the finals. So Shane puts himself in. Drew fucking let Shane win the fucking King Ring tournament, and then from there it'll be all hell on earth. Knowing this company, it can possibly happen. Knowing this company, this can possibly happen. But let's see. I'm giving this King of the Ring a chance here. So far, after what happened tonight, it has not disappointed me at all. With the Cesaro Joe match, the match was pretty good. It was a good matchup. And Cedric versus Sami Zayn, the match is predictable. I think that'll be the only match that's predictable on the first round so far of this tournament. So far. We get Strowman versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. This match ends at a disqualification. Braun Strowman wins by DQ. Braun sets for the running power slam, but Gallows with a super kick. The referee calls for the belt. After the match, Gallows and Anderson attack Braun, and they send Braun into the ring post many times. Seth Rollins' music plays and it goes after Gallows and Anderson. Rollins with kicks and clotheslines. Seth tells Braun that they are even now. Then from there, we got Samoa Joe walking in the back as we go to commercial. We are back from commercial, and Seth Rollins says he knows where this is going. So do I. He saw Braun looking at the Universal title belt. If he had his way, he would give Braun the next title match. They need to settle it against the OC first. Seth says he wants to get a tag title match and asks Braun if he is in. I know, folks, where this is going. And if this does indeed happen, who's gonna care? Joe said this is where he comes out and makes grandiose promises. But he does not have to speak. The king has spoken. Then Cesaro makes his entrance, and then Cesaro says, King of the Ring was his favorite event in WWE. It says it plays to his strengths. He will take the first step and win the tournament, and the King of Swing will be the King of the Ring, Cesaro. It'll be King Cesaro. That's a nice name to it. We got a match between Samoa Joe versus Cesaro in the first round King of the Ring tournament. This match is good. Not gonna lie to you, this match is good. This match is really, really good. Cesaro with European uppercuts and a giant swing. Cesaro with a sharpshooter. Joe escapes and Cesaro goes for a neutralizer, but Joe escapes into the coquina clutch and Cesaro taps out. Samoa Joe wins. He will advance to face the winner of Ricochet and Drew McIntyre. We go to commercial break. Okay, and then from there, I just missed out almost that part of the entire show. I had to go do something, and I missed the entire 24/7 championship thing, which is on my notes here. I missed the whole entire Elias last performance ever thing, and I missed Rey Mysterio's segment in the back. I missed that. I came back. It was Dominic talking, stops Rey from Take Off This Mask, I'm guessing from retiring. So Dominic talks about what Ray said to him. Dominic says he wants to be able to tell his children that he got to tag with their grandfather, the great Rey Mysterio. Don't do this. Stay in WWE. Don't retire. Dominic says he will make Ray proud. This was a touching moment. I'm not going to lie to you. From what I've heard, this was a touching moment. Even Devin was crying. TM had a tear down his fucking eye from what he told me on Twitter. But I think they're going to bring Dominic to the ring sooner rather than later. Unless if he's in the PC, then he's got to go through NXT. He's got to go through NXT. But, you know, with the pull of Rey Mysterio and shit, he'll probably go to the PC, perform, get better in the ring, and then go to the main roster still. Just to have this tag team match against Ray. And I had this random thought about Dominic turning heel. I had this random thought for some reason. Dominic sounded good. Can you imagine him as a heel? That'd be some shit. And watching Dominic the way that he is now with his age makes me feel old. Because I remember back in 2005 when Ray and Eddie had that feud for the custody of Dominic. Dominic was a little chamaquito. Small, short, young. Now, look at Dominic. Now, I feel old. I feel old. My God. Man, as time passed by. Jesus Christ. Ray says he'll do it for Dominic because he loves him. Nice, touching moment there. We got a match between Xavier Woods and Big E versus Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder. This match happened on SmackDown Live this past Tuesday. This match happened on Tuesday, this past Tuesday on SmackDown. So what did you expect to happen here tonight? What did you expect? But the ending of this matchup, the ending of this really caught me off guard. And I must say, I am not going to hold you. I am not going to lie to you. This was one of the best parts of Monday Night Raw the entire night. No cap. Big E punches Wilder on the apron, and Big E sets up for the spear through the ropes, and Orton with an RKO, and the referee calls for the bell. The RKO literally came out of nowhere. I wasn't even expecting that. But hear this, though. Even though Big E and Xavier Woods win by DQ, after the match, Kofi comes to the ring and hits the rolling clothesline on Orton, and then Kofi takes care of Dawson and Wilder. Orton with an RKO to Kofi. Woods goes after Orton, and Woods with chops, but Dawson and Wilder help Orton with a shatter RKO. I think that's what they're calling it. The shatter RKO. Dawson holds Woods while Wilder goes to the turnbuckles, and Orton makes Kofi watch Wilder come off the turnbuckles with a boot to the knee. This was fucking sick. This was fantastic. When I seen this with Orton and the Revival, it got me thinking of Legacy with Orton, Cody Rhodes, and Ted DiBiase Jr. I think if they do this stable between Orton and the Revival, I would deadass be over with this. I would be invested in this. I really would. Because the Revival right now, they suck on the main roster. They suck. What if Orton spoke to Triple H or Paul Heyman and says, let me take those two under my wing and let me put them up where Heyman sees them as. Maybe if Orton was to work with the Revival, maybe the Revival will go back to how they were back in NXT as the best tag team in all of NXT. The Revival is one of the best tag teams in the world. It's just that the way they're being booked on the main roster sucks. Completely fucking sucks. What if Orton spoke to Heyman and says, let me take those two under my wing? Same thing Orton did with Cody and Ted DiBiase. It can happen. I would be totally behind it if Orton and the Revival formed the stable. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. But this was fantastic, though. This was fantastic. Now, I heard that Xavier Woods was rushed to the hospital. I don't know if that's accurate, but let's see what happens. If anything else, I will report on the podcast to you guys on Friday. Michael Cole is with Sasha Banks as a replacement for Jerry Lawler. Cole called Sasha Banks' return last week as one of the most controversial, and she is asked if she would like to explain her actions. Sasha says it's been a crazy and emotional week for her. Sasha says she looked in the mirror and she told herself, "Blue is your color." Look at this. This is all over social media. People are talking about her new hair color. She looks good and she feels even better. Cole says no one is talking about her hair, which was funny, by the way. The crowd was laughing at it, but about her return to WWE and her attack on Natalya. Sasha gets up, tells Cole, "You're welcome," and leaves. Fucking fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. This is all you have to do. You couldn't do this when Sasha was in the company still, back before WrestleMania. Now, I understand that they had to do it for the Women's Tag Team Championships, but still, this is the best Sasha we've seen on the main roster. No cap. No cap. No cap. Sasha has been on the main roster for about 4 years. This is the best version of Sasha Banks I have ever seen. Coming out of NXT. Go figure, huh? Go figure. We get a match between Nikki Cross and Alexa Bitch, going up against Fire and Desire, Sonya Deville, and Mandy Rose in a non-title match. Nikki Cross and Alexa Bitch win. I don't care. Fuck all Alexa Bliss fans. Suck my dick. Don't care. Alexa and Nikki win over Fire and Desire. The Women's Tag Team Championships are just dead at this point. Dead. Don't care. Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin are in the back. I said Baron Corbin. Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman are in the back, and they talk about strategy for the match. Braun appears to be focused on other things as he stares at the Universal title belt. Seth tells Braun to focus and follow his lead. Braun says he is focused, and he tells Seth to follow his lead, and they'll be tag champs tonight. Cedric Alexander says he's a man of a few words. Tonight, he faces Sami Zayn, and he vows to make the most of this opportunity. Sami Zayn says the last few weeks and months have been garbage for him. He will not let his career go into the trash. It already is at this point. This is where he turns it all around. Sami says he is coming after Cedric like a tornado. And this match was short. Cedric Alexander versus Sami Zayn. First round of the King of the Ring tournament. Cedric Alexander wins with the lumbar check on Sami Zayn. Cedric Alexander will face the winner between The Miz and Baron Corbin in the second round of the King of the Ring tournament. Predictable, if you ask me. We see the Street Profits in the back, and they're looking at the King of the Ring brackets. Montez says he is 2 for 2, while Dawkins talks about how his bracket has been busted because he has Cesaro in the finals. Montez talks about the SmackDown matches, and Angelo brings up the 2 Raw matches next week. Angelo wonders why isn't there a tag team King of the Ring tournament. Montez says they are already the kings. He has the crown on his head and the gold around his neck. Angelo mentioned the Raw Tag title match, which is coming up next. We are back, and Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson wonder, what does Seth and Braun do to get a title match? I'm asking the exact same question here. AJ said this is a chance for the OC to show its greatness. They will show the Universal Champion and the Monster Among Men they are no competition for the OC. Natalya's in the back with her arm in a sling, and she says that she just came from the doctor again. It has been 1 week since she bared her soul to the WWE Universe between preparing for her match with Becky Lynch at SummerSlam and the anniversary of her father's passing. She expected an emotional week. She did not expect Sasha Banks. Sasha was her friend, and that is why she cannot wrap her head around why would Sasha do what she did last week. We see Sasha attack Natalya again. Sasha kicks the injured arm, and she tells Natty to go to hell and tell your daddy that Sasha says hi. Sasha is a fucking savage. Savages! Sasha Banks is a fucking savage. My God. I am invested now in this heel Sasha Banks. I love it. I love it. And I think my buddy Glenn, who's in a cruise right now, I think he'll fucking love Sasha Banks as a heel. Finally, guys, main event. Where am I up to? 56 minutes here. My God. Main event. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows defend the Raw Tag Team titles against Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman. This is nothing but a inevitable thing for Rollins and Strowman. Can I ask this simple question? Why in the fuck are you giving Rollins and Strowman the Raw Tag Team titles when they haven't done a damn thing to earn an opportunity at the Raw Tag Team titles? Are you fucking serious, bro? You see, just when this company wants to do something good, they still fuck up in the end. So Rollins is in the apron, and Rollins punches at Anderson, and the referee is knocked out of position, and AJ drops Rollins on the top turnbuckle. Gallows tags in, and they hit a neck breaker and a belly-to-back suplex combination, but Rollins kicks out. Anderson tags in, and Gallows has some words for Rollins. Rollins punches Gallows, but Anderson hits Rollins from behind. Rollins is sent to the floor, and Gallows holds Rollins. Anderson talks to the referee, and Strowman with a running shoulder tackle to AJ on the floor. Rollins makes a tag to Strowman, and Strowman with the running shoulder tackles to Anderson, followed by a splash. Strowman with a running shoulder tackle to Gallows. Strowman with a splash to Anderson, followed by a running power slam. AJ tries to interfere, but Rollins with blackout to stomp. Strowman covers Anderson for the 3 count. Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins are your new Raw Tag Team Champions. And from the other show goes off the air. This is a inevitable situation. Now that Rollins and Strowman are now tag team champions, who's turning heel on who first? My guess is Strowman. Strowman's going to turn heel on Rollins because the company wants to make Rollins look cool. Yeah. Having Seth Rollins look cool after beating Brock at SummerSlam and WrestleMania 2 times in the same year. And after that, you have Strowman come in, turn heel on Rollins, and then they have a match at Clash of Champions for the Universal Championship. I guarantee you, their Raw Tag Team title reign will not last long. I guarantee you. I guarantee you, their Raw Tag Team title match or their Raw Tag Team title reign will not last long. They'll probably lose it in, I believe, in either 2 weeks on the go-home show before Clash of Champions. I guarantee you. And the go-home show for Monday Night Raw is at Madison, is at MSG here in New York City. Guarantee you Strowman turns heel on either of those 2 shows. On the show before the go-home show or on the exact go-home show before Clash of Champions. Strowman will turn heel. I will be completely shocked if Rollins turned heel. That I'd be shocked. But come on now. Out of Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins, who do you think is going to turn heel first? Strowman will. This show Tonight was I'm not gonna say it was good. I'm not gonna say it was the worst show of the entire year. I'm just gonna give it a because the fact that Vince was not backstage tonight, and with this whole Bray Wyatt thing attacking Jerry King Lawler was fantastic. Becky's promo was pretty good, and the Revival and Orton attacking the New Day, fantastic stuff, and the fucking whatchamacallit, what else was good about this show tonight? Oh, the fucking Sasha Banks situation on her promo and her attacking Natty. That's the best. Those were the best parts of the entire show. Other than that, this Raw was average tonight. Average. I'm not gonna say it was good. Not gonna say it was bad. But I'm just gonna say this now. The show wasn't even that bad tonight. I'm just gonna say, that's it. And that, folks, is the reality of things here on Monday Night Raw Review. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed Raw Review, hit that thumbs up, leave a comment down below what you guys thought of Raw tonight. And also, if you guys are new to the channel, be sure to show your support by hitting the subscribe button down below, turn those bells, guys, for notifications. SmackDown Live Review live on the channel right now. NXT Review live on the channel right now as well. Episode 49, 50, and 51 of the Reality Podcast live on the channel right now. All these videos will be in the annotation above that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are connecting with me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring. Snapchat, Chris was hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, be sure to show your support by hitting that subscribe button down below, turn those bells, guys, for notifications. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live Review. Who in the blue fuck is going to be the culprit that attacked Roman Reigns? We'll find out tomorrow on SmackDown Live. Until then, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video all over social media. I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live Review. Until then, I am Chris. Talk to you guys later.